Hey there, LCW here, again, and thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to make this video for you, anyone who has watched any of my videos on this channel in the past 2 weeks, or maybe a little bit more than 2 weeks now. I am really challenging myself right now to be okay with all of the road sounds and nature sounds and, miscellaneous interruptions we might experience, and so I hope that you'll bear with me, but I really just wanted to take some time to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of my friends who, when I first posted my video, took some time to go and watch it, and did not even say a word about how shamelessly I self-promoted myself. Self-promoted myself? Doesn't matter. So thank you for just being supportive and amazing, and just, it's hard for me to kind of trust, well, anybody, but we're working on that, but it's hard for me to trust that the people who I'm acquainted with and share things with online are actually friends, and that comes down to a lot of just really complicated history for me, but it's something that I really want to get over, because I want to be able to enjoy these relationships fully and not be suspicious of them or anxious about, how real it is, or if, people really like me for who I am, or if it's this quippy, person on Twitter that they're interested in, or whatever the insecurities are. It just really means a lot to me that I have friends at all. And so even if, you're just an online friend or whatever, that's still really important to me, and I'm starting to realize how genuine those friendships are, and stop telling myself that they aren't real, and just appreciate them and enjoy them and get everything good that there is out of them, because there is so much good in all of you. Daily, my friend who had her video with Chris Boutte, thank you, Daily, for being one of my most supportive friends in the past year. I have a nephew who was very kind and watched my whole video all the way through, and I think he was one of the first people who actually did that, so he gets a gold star. And my sister, his mother, I forgive you for not being able to watch it all the way through because you're very busy, but I just really was nervous sharing that video with real life friends, people I've known forever, and so that was really refreshing to know that obviously that support is genuine, and of course they're proud of me for anything that I do. So Melinda on Twitter is a friend of mine, and she gets a special thanks because she's just an amazing person anyway. She's also a graphic designer, and she's probably, open to some new work if anybody wants to send her some commissions. I'm sure she could use a little exposure. Let's see, oh gosh, see, now I'm naming names and I feel like I should name everybody, but I know there is someone who goes by Josie on Twitter who I owe a thank you to for watching my video that first time. I'm not going to say thank you to my neighbor's dogs right now who are trying to talk over me. Get over yourself. Okay, Chris Boutte, thank you for watching my video and for taking my criticism seriously, and for, taking some time to reflect recently. That's all I wanted as a fan, and it's just really great to see that actually happen, because it's so common to not be that way. And so I really appreciate Chris for just taking the time to watch in the first place, but so much more gratitude is owed for just tweeting that video out. I know a lot of people saw it for the first time because of him doing that, and so to every single one of the Rewired soldiers who happened to cross my video or who followed that tweet to come and see it, I really appreciate you, because I didn't know how Chris was going to take the criticism. I didn't know if he was actually going to be the person I kind of expected him to be, and take that criticism, the right way. He could, girl, no ma'am, no, I'm busy right now, you need to just wait. It's not all about you. Anyway, so everybody who watched that video coming from Chris, it was more important to me that other fans of Chris could understand what I was trying to do and could appreciate how careful and considerate I was trying to be about it, and overwhelmingly that was the response, and so I'm super grateful for that. All the people who hate Chris Boutte who came to watch my video, I appreciate many of you being willing to sort of, well, hello, yeah, okay, I get it, yeah, can't share this stage for a minute. Anyway, I am really grateful to everybody who watched the video, but especially people who aren't huge fans of Chris and who were able to see what I was going for. And I appreciate your perspective. I appreciate what you had to say. There were maybe a couple of comments that just didn't really seem worth engaging with, but there were literally 2 as far as I can tell so far. And you know, everybody else, including people who don't like Chris, that was an interesting experience. I'm really glad that we got to have a discussion, and that is important to me. And so I appreciate you too. Thank you too. And I think at this point I have several dozen subscribers. I know it's about 60, maybe more by now, but I had to stop looking because I just had to step away and not live my whole life around my notifications. And so it's been nice to just not even look. I have one friend, Gigi Chicken, who is on Twitter as well. He is a very dear friend of mine. I love him to death. And so it was really sweet that he was so supportive as well, but it was actually kind of cute because he would keep telling me how many views I had and how many subscribers, and I took it in the wrong way when I first worked on that second video for like a week. I was just adding a lot of pressure to myself. I have something in common with Shane Dawson now. Don't tell people what your deadlines are. Don't give them expectations, because that just turns into a way to pressure yourself. It's not a good idea. So, you know, maybe for him, he's more of a professional, he can meet those kinds of deadlines, but for me, I just didn't handle it the right way. So, I think my cat is like trying to get outside, which is really cute. They really just don't want to leave me alone. I understand. That second video, when I went back and recorded it again, it only took like 2 hours this time to get through the whole thing, and that's just a vast improvement. And here I am, essentially just knocking out a thank you video as quickly as I can without worrying about editing. So I'm gonna leave that in there. I am. Thank you, because you being here to watch is keeping me accountable, and it's motivating the hell out of me to keep going, and that is huge. That's a huge deal. This is more progress than I've made on my mental health than I can remember in my whole lifetime. And I've had a lifetime of poor and declining mental health, so I really cannot overstate how grateful I am for every single one of you for being here at all, and I really owe you so much thanks. And if you are subscribed and you would like a shout out or something in the near future, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for you. Give me some ideas. Whatever you want. You want to do a Q&A, you have some ideas for content, you just tell them to me. I'm just so excited that you're here. I really cannot tell you how blown away and happy I am because of this very just, I want to call it silly, but it's not, because it's serious to me. So thank you. Thank you for this experience. You are doing more than I realized that fans could be a part of. Just people watching in general. Like, I didn't know what that could do for a small creator, because I've never done it before. And it's going to help me going forward to be a little bit more conscientious about, you know, how I interact with other creators. And so anyway, I just needed you to know this. Thank you for being here. I'm going to shut up now until it's time to make another video, but come back and see me sometime. Bye.